Hello there, good evening. Welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Now, tonight, former Ghana international Rafael Gera has been laid to rest after his sudden demise in November 2023 while playing for his club in Albania. The final funeral rites, which took place in Accra earlier today, was attended by his former Black Stars mate, executives of the Ghana Football Association, and other football enthusiasts. Joy Sports' Victor Achutamakla was there and came through with this report.
He's playing with an implantable cardioverter defibrillator. While his demise was heartbreaking, it did not surprise many, not even Dramina himself. His spiritual father has claimed the former Black Star knew exactly when it was time for him to meet his maker.
Yes, I even learned that, and I actually spoke to some of his disciples, that the day that he even left, he had given scriptures to them, and when you read the scriptures, it was suggesting him parting with them, but was giving them the hope of Christ. And when I spoke to his wife, that was the same thing. You know, he made a statement to his wife like this, and I quote, if you have an encounter with Jesus, will you go? My wife, go. For me, I will go. So that is the kind of person we are celebrating today. So for me, it's a celebration of life. And so that is the reason why we must push the agenda that he carried, which is the message of Jesus Christ.
As Dramina went home on Friday, members of the football fraternity were there to bid him farewell. DFA President Keto Kreku and General Secretary Prosper Harrisonado led a delegation from the association to pay their last respect to the former Black Star. In his speech, Keto Kreku extolled the former Ghana international for his service to his country.
Rafael was a player who potentially could be one of the very best in the act of goal scoring. We saw his quality when he was introduced to the Black Stars and played 9 games and scored twice. I remember the day he scored twice, playing alongside the captain of the team, the Baby Jet. So clearly, he was somebody who would have served Ghana for long. But for the fact that he went through that period of challenge, and obviously his life was eventually curtailed, nobody can replace the loss of a life. And when it is that the person is so close to you, that's when you really feel the importance of the demise of the soul. So Ghana football has lost a big talent, somebody perhaps who could have scored loads of goals for our national team.
Ex-players Sule Muntari, Emmanuel Ajimambedu, Isaac Vosa, Haminu Dramani, Yusuf Chipsa, and Augustin Ahimful joined a delegation from the Professional Footballers Association of Ghana to pay their last respects. Speaking to Joy Sports, Augustin Ahimful urged the current generation of footballers to be careful not to allow the exercise of their faith to conflict with professional counsel.
It's not about being a Christian. It's about believing in what someone says. I mean, in this case, a medical practitioner who has studied and knows exactly what your body needs. So it's got nothing to do with faith or Christianity for that matter. You think you have to make an informed decision for yourself. Like I said earlier on, I don't know if it was pressure from the family, because at least he played a few years out there. Maybe he has his house, you have your small money in the bank. If he had stopped, life would have continued. He could have been a coach, if indeed he loved soccer so much, to still be in the game. But like you said, maybe fate has brought him where we are. But if he had probably taken another decision, he will still be here with us. But he's no more with us, so I can only advise those who are upcoming.
While some may have disagreed with his choices, there was no question about the manner of man Dramina was. GFA President Keto Kreku summed it up.
Foundation through association football. Rafael was a player who potentially could be one of the very best in the act of goal scoring. We saw his quality when he was introduced to the Black Stars and played 9 games and scored twice. I remember the day he scored twice, playing alongside the captain of the team, the Baby Jet. So clearly, he was somebody who would have served Ghana for long.
For Joy Sports, Victor Achutamaklu.
We pray that his gentle soul will rest in perfect peace. Now, away from that, the chairperson of the Black Queens Management Committee, Gifty Mensah, has assured the players will be paid their due bonuses before their Olympic game for the amateur, qualify against Zambia this month. Now, the Queens, who are set to face Zambia in the third round of qualifiers for the 2024 Olympic Games, are yet to be paid their promised bonuses from earlier qualifiers, with each player said to be owed about 10,000 Ghana cedis. $10,000, I beg your pardon. Now, speaking to Joy Sports in an exclusive interview, Gifty Mensah, who is also a GFA Executive Council member, revealed that the arrears will be cleared before the first leg encounter in Ghana.
GFA is an association, and this association sells brands, and we have products that we sell. Our foremost product is Black Stars across the world, not just in Ghana. The male teams had been the one that dominates the love and affection from the countries. So I find it quite worrying when we try to make it look like vis-a-vis the women's team, and then we should see it as something that connects and all that. But I think the challenge really is, are the women getting the due that they deserve? Which I feel for a while as a country, we had not been doing so well. But then when you check, for some time now, they've been getting really their due. The difference is that, yes, we are owing Black Queens, we are owing we are owing Princess, and we spoken to them, myself, the president of GFA, Mr. Ketukwiku, and then the minister in the ministry had spoken, and they had made promises to us that we are going to get these monies for these girls before we go into our next match, which means going against Zambia on the 23rd. Of February. So we are very hopeful. We believe what the ministry has said, and then the girls the princesses are going to get their DS before they even go for the All African Games, which I think is what we should believe, and then the money will come. Because they say half a loaf is better than none, and the beauty of it is that when the country, the first reason why anybody should wear a jersey should be the patrioticness and then the love for the country. So without the love for the country, there shouldn't be any reason to wear the jersey. So because if it's just about the money, then some of them had a right to have naturalized at other places and play there. But then they decided to play for Ghana, which means that the first point was loving Ghana, being able to sing the national anthem and saying, I am proud to be a Ghanaian. So we'd make sure they get their due. We have few reviews we've done as the GFA system. We would make sure these girls and anybody that is playing for our national team has what really they deserve.
Now, Southern Athletic women's midfielder Freda AC says she's looking forward to representing Ghana after receiving her first Black Queens call-up ahead of this month's Olympic Games qualifiers. Now, Ghana will face Zambia in the third round of qualifiers, and the 29-year-old has been speaking to Joy Sports about her inclusion in the squad.
I'm happy. It's a great achievement. I can't wait to play with the girls. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, one of the things that popped up was the fact that you've been playing for quite a long time now, but then it was almost as if Ghana were never going to get a chance to get you playing. What took you so long to finally come on board and play for Ghana?
I was playing football for England initially, but I just made a decision. I finally made the big decision to come over and play for Ghana.
When people make the decision to switch, it's probably because they are not getting noticed enough at where they were playing. Was that your case before you decided to switch to Ghana?
No, it wasn't the case, because I could have been playing for Ghana earlier, but I felt like now was the right time for me to play for Ghana. It's just a personal decision, a personal choice, and I've decided to do it now, and I think it's the right moment for myself.
Now, President of Ghana Athletics has cautioned against using facilities for the Africa Games without testing. According to him, adequate testing is required on the new facilities and equipment before the Games in order to ensure a smooth takeoff and avoid challenges during the Games. He's been speaking to Joyce Voss.
I just wanted to emphasize on the importance of the school sport that we're going to do on 24th of this month, 24th, 28th of this month, is so crucial to the successful organization of the African Games, most especially in athletics. Because we are going to use this program, the school's event on 24th, 28th, to test run the facility, including the Grand Prix Elite electronic timing system that the government bought for the athletics. We have no option, and there's no any other time that we can do this testing but on 24th to 28th of this month. If we postpone it or shift it, it will have serious adverse effects on the games, because that means that we will not have time to test run the facility. We will not have the time to test run the electronic timer, and we will also use these games to satisfy our technical officiating official who will officiate at the games. So it's very imperative, it's extremely important that this competition comes off. The LOC cannot import hundreds of technical officials from other African countries to come officiate. It is not possible. It is also not possible for them to buy new equipment. We've not test run the equipment, and we are going to such a big competition with such equipment untested.
Millennium Marathon will come off on September 7, 2024 here in Accra. The event, which is expected to attract athletes from around the world, will see the winner claim a 75,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Speaking at the launch at the KGL House in Accra, race director Mrs. Kathy Morton promised an even better marathon in September.
The 2024 edition of the marathon will mark 10 years since the inception of the competition in 2015. Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, Evans Bobie Opoku, was a guest of honor at Thursday's launch, with the event also seeing the presence of representatives of the sponsors of the marathon. This year's event is slated for September 7. Key points of the event include the Accra Sports Stadium, Osu Oxford Street, Prisons Headquarters, Nationalism Park, World Trade Center, and Jubilee House. Speaking on the sidelines of the launch, the race director and managing partner at Millennium Marathon revealed the event has now been certified by World Athletics.
For our 10th year anniversary, I think we couldn't have gotten a better gift than to have the marathon on the World Athletics global calendar. It means so much to us. It's the first time a Ghanaian running event has been acknowledged by World Athletics. I think it's putting Ghana on the running map, and hopefully it's going to bring more elite international runners to participate in this year's race.
The 2024 KGL Millennium Marathon will also feature timing chips to ensure utmost accuracy for professional competitors, which will further enhance the level of the competition. Catherine Morton also spoke about the increment in cash prizes for this year's athletes.
So first of all, the prize money, as you can see, has increased. This year we are given from the 1st to the 25th position for both male and female. I think that's a big improvement from last year. We are also introducing timing chips this year for accuracy, because if you want world label status, it has to go with accuracy in your timing. So that is also a big improvement.
Interested persons who are looking to compete in this year's edition can register with 100 cedis for the 21-kilometer category or 70 cedis for the 5-kilometer category.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight on Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. But we've got more stories for you on myjoyonline.com. Do make a date. There's Sports Link on Joy 99.7 FM on Saturday, and there is Sports Arena on the same station at 4 p.m. So please do connect with us on all of these platforms. Do have a wonderful evening.